Previously on Sailing Bohemia.
As we near the end of the breakwater, the forecast is for this to calm down quite significantly over the course of the day, so it may be we just started up a little bit too early.
Here we go. The breakwater is finishing. We are heading to the sea. This is insane! But this is the worst thing.
But the good news is, we can do it all on one tack. The wind is a great angle. Captain's really searching for positives out here. The bad news is, look at it!
This is not the Caribbean I paid for, is it? I just want to be in San Blas. I think the worst is over though. The entrance and the exit of the Panama Canal is the shallowest bit and the swell really builds up there. So fingers crossed from now on. Hopefully only 5 more hours of this and we're gonna be in Linton Bay to anchor for the night.
Yeah, I'm counting on that rest stop right now. It's the only thing that keeps me going. In that gust. Tastes salty.
Like being back in Nicaragua and there's papagayos. Are we there yet?
We're well and truly out of the shelter of the Panama Canal breakwater at the moment. We're about 15 to 20 miles out to sea and the conditions haven't really eased up any. We're getting gusts to 30 knots and a steady 25. Not on the nose, but we're close hauled the whole way. The sea is pretty big. but I'm always pleasantly surprised whenever we go out into conditions like this, just how well Bohemia sails. She's really handling it beautifully. We've got both sails very heavily reefed, and more through luck than judgment, it's super balanced. So the autopilot at the helm is not having to fight at all, and she's just cutting straight through the waves. Also, these early model Benettos, Bohemia is now 22 years old, and a vintage girl, let's say, but I'm always very reminded how pleasantly they sail. She really rises up and above the swell, just when it's like towering over you and you start looking up at it, a little bit terrified. She just glides up and over, and most of the time, I'd say 95% of the time, you stay pretty dry back here in the cockpit, even cutting into conditions like this. So, so far so good. We only have another 30 or so miles to go, and we'll be in the shelter of Puerto Lindo. So it's going really well. I got to hand it to the first mate. The captain got the jitters when we were just entering the open ocean. And we got the first wave across the bow. I said, oh, let's turn back. Let's head back and anchor and just wait for this to blow over. But Pedro over here was a fearless leader and just insisted that we kept going. And actually, that was the worst wave that we got. It has calmed down a little bit after that. So all hail Yachtmaster Pedro over there on the port side with his head in the wind.
I'm like a dog looking out of the window. I just want to get there.
He's already been deciding what he's going to cook for dinner when we arrive. That's how he gets through these passages, and it's working for me too. Captain's stomach's already rumbling. So the prize is in sight. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and the paradise of San Blas that's waiting for us just around this headland is going to be even more sweeter after we go through hell to get there.
For safety reason, this fair weather Yachtmaster is keeping low. It's been fancy all day, but we are nearly there. Only 5 more miles. I dozed off for a bit. Best thing you can ever do, first mates and Yachtmasters, just fall asleep and the boat will get there somehow.
Yeah, he's always got that one to fall back on, hasn't he? Fair weather Yachtmaster over there, feet on the teak, and the rest of him on the teak too, for that matter. Don't worry, Bohemia sails itself these days.
But look at the helm, it really does. That was a big one.
I did.
This anchorage is so tight. We're gonna go past the main anchorage to Isla Grande and see whether we can actually find some nice spot away from the swell. It's quite unusual weather today. The wind is coming from this direction, so even here it's pretty roly-poly. And trust me, we don't need any more roll. The last 6 hours was very sporty. First time anchoring with our beautiful new chain. I wonder how long it's gonna stay this new and beautiful before the rust comes out. But hey, we made it! We're in my favorite place, not Linton Bay, only for the night, and tomorrow we continue to San Blas. Uh-oh, I've been summoned. I don't know what's going on.
So I'm just here, right, hanging the laundry up after the passage from hell. And just lean casually over the side of the boat, and what do I see staring back at me? A bloody fender that we've dragged through 40 miles of raging seas this afternoon, and it's still there, exactly as Mr. Fairweather Yachtmaster left it earlier. Ready for the next marina stay in 3 months' time, no doubt.
Well, obviously that fender needed washing, didn't it? It was all planned.
Wait, there's a dock line too.
Well, clearly I've forgotten about that corner, didn't I? Anyway, we are so hungry, so I'm gonna do some nice Chinese stir-fried tofu. I don't know why I actually bother preparing food for passages, because I've prepared some snacks like crackers, cheese, grapes and stuff. But we never get to eat it because it's just so rough. So I may just give up, you know, after my offender faux pas and preparation of food for passage. I don't know why I bother. Good morning. It's not even 7 o'clock and we're gonna be setting off. The good thing is that the howling wind has finished, but the bad news is it's raining and I think that we will struggle to get any wind to sail. But today we need to push further 40 miles towards San Blas. So we hope to do it early in the morning so that we arrive on time to check in with the Gunayala officials, but at least see how it goes. There's already 2 boats over there departing, leading the way, so I think we will join in the flotilla. Captain is up. He wasn't happy that I woke him up this early.
Oh, what is happening today? I was having a wonderful dream. I was anchored in flat, calm seas, nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Just a nice, relaxing day. But no, apparently we're sailing to San Blas today, and the sea, I think, is still going to be quite rough and choppy. So we'll best get underway and see what we get. 40 miles to go.
I am so glad that it rained overnight because this boat was covered in salt from yesterday's sail. And now it's beautiful and clean again. All right, let's do it.
Well, here comes the rain. Should be an interesting passage, this. But at least we're not going to get too much strong wind, I don't think. Not with this going on.
We are reefing the main already, just in case. I think we spoke too soon.
Well, the captain's woke up, still empty-handed, waiting for his morning coffee, I might add. But everything's looking better with the world. We got out here, 7 AM departure, straight off the hook and out. That's what I love about this little passage anchorage here. And the good news is it looks like we're going to have just about the right amount of wind and just about from the right direction as well. So fingers crossed, it should be a good passage. I can hear everything just clattering over in the galley, crashing into the sink as I said that.
Galley is suspended in these conditions. You should know it by now. You know, the moment we move a bit, service suspended.
Captain's never going to get his morning coffee, is it? Let's face it.
If it calms down a bit, I'll make him an Nescafe.
It's too kind. We can't have our wine costing more than our diesel.
Most of the time, the diesel tastes better.
Special thanks in this episode go to our latest patron, Mitchell from the USA, for keeping our spirits high through the tough passages.
Champagne for everyone.
Thank you so much, and here's to you! If you've been enjoying our episodes and want to fuel the first mate's bad behaviour in the Caribbean, then follow the link on screen to find out more. See you next time!